What's up, YouTube land? This is my review of Rainbow Sandals Mocha Shoe. Anyways, all jokes aside, my name's Neil. Rocking out with a snare drum and a kick drum and one finger on the keyboard.
You guys got a lot of laws, right?
Hey, Rainbow Maxi Zoom. Maxi guys. I went to Dana Hills High School in the 80s. Everybody sounded like Spicoli from Fast Times at Ridgemont High there. Man, the 7-Eleven right down the street from you guys off of Pico. What's up, boys? Right on the beach there. What's up? Maxi Zoom, baby. Anyways, rock. I don't know, I worked at Scalzo's. You know, and the thing is, Rainbow will know what I'm talking about. I used to hang out next door a lot in the same building before man, I just looked at photos of Rainbow and they've grown, but they didn't used to own the whole building and hang out there. Anyways, I moved away from sunny Southern California where I was born and raised. Man, it's all that real estate and Bravo bullshit and liposuction and just the place used to be cool, man. It used to rock. Doesn't anymore, boys, does it? So I moved away and I started a family in another state. So I need my rainbows. Anyways, I'm going to include a photo of my old rainbows, and all my rainbows look like that at the end of their life. It's what's great about them. It's what makes them rock. Anyways, where was I going?
What would you be doing if you...
Oh, yeah.
What would you be doing?
I ordered the Mocha Shoe.
You guys got a lot of laws, right?
Established 1981, San Clemente Rainbow Sandals rock.
You guys got a lot of laws, right?
Hey, they came to my door. I was stoked. I opened the box. Again, I was all stoked, man.
Let me tell you something.
What do I see? A big old sticker, man, and it says made in China. Hey, you know, I'm not knocking China.
Let me tell you something.
They got their own thing going on.
You guys got a lot of laws, right?
I'm like, what's his name? The guy that started Rainbow. So I'm like, that dude would not do me wrong. And others like me wrong. I'll bet you he has to, like, do his stuff in China because, you know, the United States is not that easy going on stuff anymore like it used to be. Okay. So I put them on. I'm like, they feel pretty good. You know, I'm gonna give these a shot. I got an open mind, baby. Rock. Dude, 4 days later, man. See, I'm getting bummed just thinking about it. Cause it's like, part of my childhood has disappeared, I feel. And Rainbow Sandals, man, geographically kind of locked me in place. You know, with me moving out of state and everything, it kind of tied me into where I grew up and some of the memories I have, you know, growing up on the beach and just loving every minute of it and good friends and good times, man, you know. And I had my rainbows to look down and kind of, man, you know. So anyways, this is all one shot, no editing. 4 days later, man, the soles just snap in half. You know, I used to buy my shoes there at the Factory Seconds. I remember that place. They just have maybe one old lady, man, bless her heart, just working on some shoes in there. And I've never had a problem. We're talking dozens of pairs. Literally, man, I'm not making this stuff up at all. None of this. It's all fact. My experience with Rainbow Sandals. But anyways, yeah, man. So, the deal is, I got them off of Amazon. But I'm like, I'll just contact Rainbow, man. Talk to him and show him a photo. And I get a reply that was like, oh, God. It pretty much said, hey, go down to the UPS store or whatever and pay your good money, your hard money, more of your money to ship these back to us. And it sounded like, it was. We will either fix them or send you a new pair. Now, in all my experience, I've never, here, this is my old pair, my last pair, right? Here. Rock. And I love everything about Rainbow, man. You just wear them into the ground. That pair was everywhere with me. It's done everything with me, man. You know, I don't send them in for their warranties on the soles and stuff because I wear the crap out of them and I love them. I just want to buy another pair when they look like that. Rock. So, I replied, I was like, nah, guys, like, you know, I just need my money back. No reply for a couple of days. Yeah, other stuff went on. I don't want to get all crazy, but anyways, I got them off of Amazon, thank God, because they gave me a code. I just slapped it on the box and it was free to send it back, and it was going to go back on my card, my Visa card. Cool. So I do that. I wait like, I don't know, it was a long time. It's cool, it's good, man. I'm a pretty chill guy. I can deal with stuff. And I just found out just now, like, it's 8:19 p.m. right now. I found out like 6. That it went on to an Amazon gift card. And there's nothing I can do about it. I called Amazon, I did all that. You know, I feel like, as I lean back in this chair and kind of analyze my days gone, as we do when we get to my age. I'm midlife now. And I'm not going through any type of crisis, but I'm looking back here and there, and it's slowly vanishing. All that coastline you drive. Let's say you drive from San Clemente, South San Clemente, where the Marines used to hang, and I used to get into fights at that Chinese bar, China Beach, I think it was called. You drive from China Beach, let's say to Laguna. Oh, God. I won't even go into that. And it's gone, man, that whole way of life. what's happened with my experience with Rainbow Sandals recently, it just kind of reflects upon all that. And it really is a symbol for a vanishing culture, if you will, a vanishing way of life. You could move to Laguna and rent an apartment for $450 a month in 1989. That made a lot of things possible. Artists, musicians, service people, the people that serve your food. It made it possible for them to live there. The things that increase the culture, or didn't increase culture, but the value, the aesthetic, the vibe of the place. That canyon in the 60s. The vibe of the place, that canyon in the...
About 500 so-called canyon people, outgrowth of the hippie movement of last year, gathered along Happy Trail Canyon to play music, sing, stand on their heads in the yoga position, kiss one another, and in the vernacular groove on nature and each other. Spokesman Kim Pauley, bearded, tall, rail-thin, and ragged, said his canyon people movement is a synthesis of all that is good and meaningful and sincere in the flower movement of the past.
This is one of the first times that the canyon people and some of the Venice people, the San Francisco people have gotten together to groove on each other and to introduce to some of their spiritual contemporaries the joy of living unhung up outside the city, living in the country of nature and instinct. Like it's a road trip. Would you consider this a love-it? No, love-it is something that the establishment press stuck on the thing that the flower people and the hippie people were doing a year ago. These people are not flower children and they're not hippies, they're canyon people. How do you tell a canyon person from a flower person? A flower person stands on the street of San Francisco or Sunset Strip begging for nickels and dimes. And a canyon person grooves on nature, but out in the middle of the country, like where we are now, in Topanga Canyon.
Kim Pauley was insistent that the new breed of canyon people is the true elite of the flower and love movement and predicted big things for self-realization and thoughtless contemplation in the canyon this summer.
From the long year on the Sunset Strip of folk rock, the psychedelic to freak out to San Francisco, to let's see if those people really believe in what they said last summer. We want to start our own societies. We want to do what we have to do. We want to do our own thing. And so it's hard to do your own thing when you live next door to a bank or something in Hollywood or Los Angeles or Orange County. So if you live here, you can do your own thing honestly. And so that's what's happening. The canyon scene this year will be the big thing, 1968. And a couple of national magazines were here, and some men ventured to guess that there are going to be a lot of youth immigrants coming out here to camp out this summer. It's like a Boy Scout jamboree. You know, because you can trap your own food here. You can fish. You can make your own clothes and grow your own food.
Canyon person Kim Pauley. That's KNX News. This is Bob Ferris. Bulletins immediately. Next regular KNX News report at 11.